Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I am bringing to you a review of a seemingly popular fragrance that I took a little bit of time to get around to. It is Ani from Nishane. I think they're from Turkey, this brand, and they have become quite popular over the last few years through some I guess making some good perfumes and very clever marketing. They're very popular. They seem to be very popular on Instagram and YouTube. And I only tried my first. I have done a review of Fan Your Flames, which was one of the early ones that they released. But I've only gotten to start trying more of them recently, and I finally got around to reviewing this one. It was released in 2019. Cecile Zarokian is the perfumeur. And let's get into what it smells like. I've got the dry down going on this arm here already, so I'm gonna find there we go, opening. So as the notes are coming up on the screen, I'll tell you what I smell. It is a very bright and zesty opening. Which if you didn't read anything about this fragrance and just knew that it was like a very popular vanilla based fragrance, this opening actually took me by surprise. I get a green accord of various things. It's quite citrusy, which could be coming from bergamot. But the thing that I pick up on most is this kind of zesty ginger that accompanies everything else. And it's not even like a natural, fresh, piquant ginger. It's more of a candied, I find it's more of a candied ginger. I don't know if that's deliberately put in like that, or it's the vanilla that's making it smell like that. It does remind me a little bit of the ginger that you might find in Serge Lutens 5 o'clock au gingembre. So there is that, but it doesn't take long. I mean, it's a lovely opening. It doesn't take long though before the vanilla starts to emerge and kind of sort of take over from the rest of the fragrance. This is not, what I like about this is that it's not it's not that I like this more. It's that this vanilla isn't, if you're expecting something heavy, like almost boozy, like something you might find like Guerlain's Spiritus Double Vanille, this is not that type of vanilla. But this is the part, maybe 10-15 minutes in, where I find this is the most gourmand section of this fragrance, because I start to get almost this kind of short crust biscuit accord. There is a very distinct pastry kind of thing going on here, and I'm not sure how that accord's built. The perfumer is very talented. She's made some really good perfumes that I've tried before. So it's blended really well. And then for the rest of the development of this fragrance, it essentially develops into this lovely vanilla-based amber accord. And there are no missteps at all in this perfume. If you are a fan of vanilla gourmand-leaning perfumes, I think this is definitely one that you need to try. This was, I want to mention here that when this was released, this was all over social media. And, when I say social media, I mean big reviewers reviewing it on YouTube, lots of posts on social media. It was all very positive reviews. And I must admit that when I see that with a lot of perfumes, inevitably when I end up trying those perfumes that are quite hyped, and this was pretty hyped, I am slightly disappointed with what I end up smelling myself. And it could just be me, right? But I have to say, I have not been disappointed with Ani from Nishane. It has been, it's always been pleasant to wear. I've been wearing this on and off for the last 6 months for this review. And it's always a pleasant wear. It's lovely. I want to make a couple of points though. This for a lot of the wear on my skin, and I haven't been able to do a complete, like an exact side by side comparison, but not long before I tested this for the first time, I did a review of Invasion Barbare from MDCI, and the dry down of that particular perfume, there are a lot of similarities with a lot of what I smell in Ani. If you compare note pyramids, there are some similar accords and notes, but you can't really go on that. One day I'll try and do a side by side, but just bear that in mind. Although that's like a lavender base kind of fougere perfume, when it dries down, it gets into this kind of sweet vanilla territory, which Nishane Ani is predominantly all about. I have to say, this is one for a non-gourmand lover such as myself. I don't really own a lot of, those type of perfumes. I really enjoy this. So I can actually understand what the hype is about. Would I want to buy a bottle of this? No, because it's not something that I feel like I'm missing. Like, my favorite vanilla dominant perfume is still Mona Dior's Vanille. That's just a whole different thing, but I love that perfume and it gives me what I need from a sweeter vanilla-based perfume. I like things that are a little bit different, like Angelique Noir from Guerlain. This is lovely, but it is quite expensive. This is an extrait de parfum, like I think a lot of their releases are from this house. So for me, longevity is quite good, and projection is good enough that I can smell this coming off my skin for most of the day. So I can't really find any faults with this at all. Not that I'm really looking for any. It's perfectly lovely. It has I like that the opening kind of surprised me a little bit, and the rest of it is just beautifully blended with like seemingly a great deal of skill. So if you're a fan of vanilla, if you're a fan of gourmands, definitely you should try this. Just it's not cheap, but I can't see how you couldn't be satisfied by it if you love what I've described. So I think that's all I wanted to cover from Nishane Ani. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.